Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, peace and salutations to the elect, all the brothers pushing this work in sincerity and truth. This is Brother Thamayam from GMS Toronto, coming at you with another video. So this is the brother that you see on the screen here, or the Israelite that you see on the screen here, goes by the name of Victor Osimhen, right? He plays football in Italy for this club called Napoli. I used to be into this shit when I was in high school or whatever, right? Once in a while, certain things will pop up on my feed. You know, I watch a little bit of highlights and I'm off because I can't watch a whole football game. It's ridiculous. Anyways, this man that you see on the screen here, he's the leading goal scorer in Napoli, right? He pretty much brought them back to the top spot, right? Single handedly. But instead of this man getting what he truly deserves, which is, the fans might give him a little bit of props, but the upper heads, the managers, the CEOs, and all these guys, the guy that signed this guy, is pretty much disrespecting him, right? You have the manager saying he'll never sign another African player because they go to the AFCON every year or whatever, which um, the other players they do the same thing, right? You have other players going back to South America to play in the South American Cup. We have the European guys playing in the Euro Cups whenever that comes around, right? But you don't see them saying all these things about these other players because you know those other players are Israelites also, but at the end of the day, they have the complexion um, that the people of this world really wants to see, right? Even if some of them are Israelites, they look like Edomites, right? Confusion of faces. But this man is being disrespected, right? Because this is part of the curses. Doesn't matter how many things he does correctly, because most of these guys are Muslims, so they're pretty much very disciplined, right? They believe in their God, which is a false god at the end of the day, because they're supposed to be worshiping Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Secondly, we're not even supposed to be in these kind of arenas entertaining these people because we're prince and princesses, man, right? We're kings, right? We're priests. That's what the Lord wants for us. We're judges, right? We're messengers. We're angels. We're saints, and the saints are being disrespected at this point in time of life, right? This is how we're being treated at this time. So this man is being called a coconut. Meanwhile, you have so many players who dyed their hair, right? Who look ridiculous, which I don't think these Jakes should be doing this in the first place, which is a form of leprosy that they're putting on their damn heads. I don't know why they do these things. Maybe it's a part of an initiation, or when it comes to the brotherhood, because all these sports they have their own brotherhoods, right? From wrestling to MMA um, to football to baseball. That's why they go. That's why they go through those hazings rituals, right? Is to break you down. They break you down so they can build you up. That's just part of programming. When you go into any arena, this is what they do. They always have the rookie hazings, right? You get to carry around people's bags. They embarrass you. They wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning for you to go and get them liquor, get them food, all kind of foolishness, man. Have you carrying around their bags, their jock straps, right? So I think this is part of this Napoli brotherhood, and also, right? He's being humiliated publicly, right? So there's a lot that meets the eye here, but on a carnal level, right? He's being disrespected. They're calling him a coconut. which they do the same thing with Mbappe, right? Tranny, the guy that's into the trannies. Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe, right? Ninja Turtle, right? So this is what they were doing with this guy, right? So they're pretty much disrespectful to the Jakes, man. And this is a top player in the world, right? And these Argentinians, when they won the World Cup, they're pretty much disrespecting this man, saying that saying that he looks like a Ninja Turtle, pretty much calling him ugly, right? And then you have the Messi guy right here. So most of the times, they usually stand up for their own friends because they all play for the same clubs or whatever. But this guy was just laughing because they handed him a Ninja Turtle mask because he played in the final, right, with Messi, and he scored 3 goals. Messi scored one, two, or something like that, but he single-handedly almost won them the match, right? So it's pretty much a triumph over the Ninja Turtle, right? Same thing that they did with the Wakanda, Chadwick Boseman, whatever his name is, Watermelon, the watermelon meme, right? They had this guy. Where's the watermelon meme? They had this guy holding, because I think he had something, holding something in his hand, and then yeah, right here, they had put a watermelon in his hand. He was like he had his hand like this, and then they had a watermelon. I think they took it off now, right? Let me put it in. Fuck it. Bozeman, racist watermelon, which I don't even like to use that word racist, right? It's just rulership. Watermelon, some shit like that. They probably scrubbed the internet of this, right? uh, Let me see. Wakanda. Can't find it. Whatever. Let me see. Let me type it in one more time. Yeah, there it is. Yep. See? Black Panther loves watermelon. so, I'm talking about. Here it is, man. Like when I saw this shit, I'm like, yo, Jake can't even have one place where he goes for rulership, man. Even Wakanda is a place, where Jake has his, he lives freely. He he runs his whole setup. He has his own community. He has his own kingdom, right? And he's still being made fun of. You know, I wasn't really into that movie too much. You know, Coming to America was more my jam, man. But anyways, right? And these Jakes need to stop doing this, man. Right? This whole blonde hair, blonde hair, black athletes, right? All these guys are going crazy, man. Look at this, and obviously this is a ritual, right? This is a ritual. You have Tiger Woods, right? There's no significance of that shit. This is a form of leprosy, right? But that's them trying to assimilate into into this football culture. So like into this Edomite culture, right? This is the first guy I remember doing this in the '90s. Cisse, yeah, this guy. He was the first person that I remember growing up as a child watching this guy, a French guy too, dyeing his hair blonde and shit. I'm like, this guy's a weirdo, right? But then you have Odell Beckham that came along after, right? Um, and it doesn't matter how what they do, they're still gonna be made fun of because when someone know that you're trying to be like them, that's the worst thing in life, man. Right? These guys are trying to be like the ruling class, right? And they know who's ruling because you don't see these guys dyeing their hair to look like an Asian person, right? You have my boy here, Pogba, right? All this foolishness, right? You have Neymar and all those guys, right? I really don't know what the significance of this, other than it's a ritual, but at the same time, they're just showing you who's ruling the world, right? And people, you're gonna say, oh, they're so-called black people with blonde hair. I'm like, yeah, that's true, but at the end of the day, we know what's going on here, right? You're still being made fun of, man. Doesn't matter what you do. Trying to put those blonde streaks in your hair, right? Trying to assimilate. The masses of the people have already got you down to a low degree, man, right? They don't look at you like anything special. Even if they see you being special on the field, they see you being special on the court, doing amazing things. At the end of the day, you're just entertainment. You're the best at entertaining, right? You're nothing more than a jester, a clown. Let's get Ezekiel 36, and it's right in the beginning of this chapter. Tells you that you're an infamy among the people. This is Ezekiel 36. Thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Right? Thus saith the Lord power, because the enemy hath set against you. Aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. And we're seeing that right now. You're seeing them fighting over our land. You're seeing them fighting over our heritage, right? You're seeing them destroying themselves just to say that they are who they are. And they're really not, right? That's why you see these guys blonding up their hair, because who they're seeing as the Jews. They're seeing the Edomite as a Jew. So that's who they want to be like, right? Blonde hair, red hair, right? They're seeing the Edomite as a man who, let me say, like who's signing these guys contracts? Edomites, or men that look like Edomites, right? When they come off the field, who's when they have injuries, who's the one taking care of their wounds? Edomites, man, right? Even like the Caribbean, when they want a person, when they want a team to go to the next level, what do? They send for guys from Germany, Edomites, to propel them to the next level, as if the men in your country can't do that. But as we know, right, it's about assimilation. They have to control everything. So that's who they look to as the power structure. They don't look at men that look like them as a power structure. That's why when it comes to coaching and stuff like that, they always bring in the Edomite, because he's the one that brings in order. When Jake see another Jake, they don't look at him as something special. They look at him as just another nigga, right? That's why Jake always calm down when Esau is coaching them, man. Because Esau knows how to deal with you niggas. It's a slave and master relationship. Therefore, verse 3, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate, and that goes for the whole 12 tribes, and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, And ye are taken up in the lips of talkers. This is the main point. And are an infamy of the people. Let's get into that word, infamy. Right? Mobb Deep had an album called The Infamous. Infamy, right? In common usage, is the notoriety gained from a negative incident or reputation as opposed to fame, right? So people always say there's no bad publicity, but in our case there is bad publicity, right? That only works for the other nations, right? Because they put you as the face of everything negative, while they're doing the same things or even worse, right? And they not look at the same. When you look at who's the face of pedophilia? R. Kelly, right? Who's the face of sex trafficking? You pimps, which are pimps are small time, right? Small time compared to what Jeffrey Epstein had going on, right? They use jets, layered jets to fly people in. They use boats to bring people in. They use trucks to traffic people, mainly young women, young girls, children, right? But then you who go in the corner and try to talk to a woman to coerce her into selling her box, which is not right, because the scripture tells us that we shouldn't there shouldn't be any um, whores of the daughters of Israel, nor any sodomite of the sons of Israel. Right, when you go into I think Leviticus in the law, right? So this is also a punishment of us not doing what the Heavenly Father said to do, right? So that's also that's also part of it, but that also goes with the curses. You know, the word stems from the Latin infamia, right? Anatomy of fama, right? In the sense of good reputation. Let's get right into it. Public disgrace, right? Dishonor, evil fame, right? Dishonor, infamous person, and this is all supposed to be Esau. This is what Esau was in the time of him murdering his brother. Esau was an infamy amongst the people. He was cursed, right? Cain was cursed. Salakia, I said Esau, but it's the same thing spiritually, because Esau was Cain. Directly from the Latin infamia, ill fame, bad repute, dishonor, right? From infamous, disreputable, notorious, or ill fame. Back to ill fame again, meaning quality of being shamefully vile, to speak, tell, say, right? So that's we went from being a nation of kings and priests and princesses, right? Judges, angels, right? Messengers, prophets, to and being an infamy amongst the people, right? Ill fame. When you look at the face, Slovakia, look at anything negative, that's who you're gonna see. Where you put R. Kelly, Robert Sylvester Kelly is an American convicted child sex offender. See, and former singer, which at the end of the day, these women that R. Kelly were allegedly sleeping with, right? In the ancient world, he would have been fine, because when you go into our kings, they didn't have women who was in their 30s. They didn't marry women in their 30s. They married young women of marriageable age who just saw their flower, 13, 14. Joseph married Mary when she was that young, right? But this is the time that we're living in. We have a hypocritical nation ruling over us, man. They do worse than what R. Kelly did, but you won't see these music producers um, go standing trial. You won't see these younger Edomite men on trial for beating up bitches because this is what they're known for. But as soon as one of you athletes step out of line and put your hand in one of these hoes, you're being persecuted. Your face is being all over the news. Meanwhile, they cover up these Edomite boys, right? Who likes to RAP grab women, right? RAPE, right? They sweep these things under the rug, but as soon as you do it, they put your face over there on their news because this is they rule the news, and this is part of the curses. Your face will be amongst the worst of the worst. Even the word itself, black, right? When you look at the word black, right? It really pretty much goes into the word um, infamy, really, right? It goes hand in hand with infamy, right? Check this out. Absolute dark, absolutely dark, absorbing all light of color or soothe or coal, right? From the old High German, blah, black Swedish, Dutch, blacken, to burn, to scorch, right? Let's get down here. Black were used of dark skinned people, right? Actually, let me go up here. Perhaps fire, dark burn, absence of color, right? Absence of color, according to OED, in the Middle English, it is often doubtful whether black means black, dark, pale, colorless, van, livid, right? Livid mean either one of the pale complexion or dark complexion. Stupid. With dark purposes, malignant, right? Goes into the word infamy, but it's negative at the end of the day. Okay, everything black is negative. Black male, right? Black bird, right? Anything that has a black in front of it or behind of it, it's always negative, right? Becoming black, intransitive, right? African, right? Blackamoor, right? Which these are our people, is from the meaning black clothing, and people still want to discredit the Moors and say they weren't so-called black men, right? And the word literally says blackamoor, right? It's all negativity when it comes to this word, and that's what they associate you with, right? The face of everything negative. Let's get into the curses, a proverb and a byword. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 37. And it says, "And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations whither the Lord shall lead thee." So the diaspora, right? We are part of that diaspora. The Lord has led us into many nations, and guess what? We're in infamy there. When you go to the Argentina people, which there's a lot of Jakes there, but also there's a lot of Edomites there, right? Blacks in Argentina are literally not even there, right? Argentina, people in Argentina of primarily sub-Saharan Africa descent, which they're Israelites. The Argentinian population is the result of people being brought over during the whatever, right? They also came from Europe, but they're also, they're literally not even make mention of, right? The black erasure, in Argentina helps explain its World Cup team. So they can't even make the World Cup team, man, because they're not even mentioned, right? They're not even mentioned, and they're the ones that gave you the tango dance, right? Perhaps the most lasting effect of black influence in Argentina was a tango, which contains and continues some of the features of the tangos, meeting in which slave assembled to sing and dance, right? That's the tango. We started that shit, you know? Even when you watch the Argentinian soccer team, right? When you watch these guys, and a lot of them are Jakes. Most of them are Jakes, really. But it's the Di Maria, it's your boy Messi here, right? When you watch the soccer team, they pretty much represent wannabe Europeans, right? Right. A lot of them, they have the one, they have the one Southern Kingdom in there. See, oh man, but he's being hazed. It talks shit about him. But when you watch them, it's pretty much, and you see the tribes in their faces too. You can see the Northern Kingdom in their faces, but you can see the pale complexion, right? You can see the pale complexion and all these guys, because I've had Argentinian friends growing up, and I've been called so many words. I didn't even know what the fuck they were talking about because I didn't grow up in that. This guys always call us Mayate when we were on the soccer team. I didn't know what the fuck a Mayate is, right? You see these guys right here, right? There's no difference between watching the Argentinian team and a damn German team, right? But our people are there. They're still our people, but it's just it's not a spiritual thing with them. It's more of a physical thing. They're carnal. So this is what the people really want to see. It's like paler skin, and I can talk about this because I've been around them. I know exactly how they think, right? But every song that they have is negra and negro, which is a good thing in their eyes, but they don't really like they don't perceive that. They still talk shit about you being dark. Oh man, in the place where they say ye are not, the Lord's gonna come to put an end to all of this shit, man. Right? Romans 9, Hosea 1. It's supposed to be Hosea 1 and 10. This is Hosea 1 and 9. Then said Yahweh, call his name Laomi, for you are. No, not that one. I'm not looking for that. Sons of the living God. Is it Romans 9? Romans 9 and 26. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said, ye are unto them, which are the Israelites, northern and southern kingdom, because the northern kingdom is not really looked at as Yahweh's chosen people. Also, they're really not. The Mexicans are not being looked at as Yahweh's chosen people, right? The so-called blacks are not looked at as Yahweh's chosen people, but we will be recognized as such when the Lord destroyed this place and put us back in the top seat. You are not my people, right? Therefore, they shall be called the children of the living God, the living power. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? Wherever you're scattered, wherever the Lord decided to put you, wherever it's in Africa, wherever it's in North Africa, wherever it's in Israel, or in the Caribbean, South America, right? Because even amongst the Israelites, there's also a discrimination amongst each other. Blacks versus Mexican, Mexican versus uh fucking Dominican, Dominican versus Haitian, all this shit, man. The Brazilian hates the Peruvian because a nigga don't wear socks. It's the stupidest shit, man. Just little things. A breach, man. It's a breach. Let me see if I found the scripture with the breach. Actually, it's not. It's not even part of the thing, anyways, or the lesson. But it's okay, right? We are an infamy among the people, right? That's why you're being discriminated against. That's why you're being um, put as a face of negativity, right? The statistics, all the statistics that's in Deuteronomy 28, right? Every statistics from, and they can say that this doesn't fit us all they want. You can read this. We can read this and see who this pertains to, right? Poverty, right? Here it is, poverty, right? Diseases, right? Poverty again, right? Poverty, 25. You being weakened, right? Poverty, poverty, 27. Disease, 28. Madness, which goes into poverty. Grew up at noonday. Depression, poverty, right? That makes you an infamy among the people. So when people see all of these things, when these other nations see all of these things pertaining to you, they're not going to look at you as a holy people. They're not going to look at you as King Solomon. They can't look at you as King David. They can't look at you as Manasseh. They can't look at you as King Saul, right? They can't look at you as the prophets, as Jeremiah, as Isaiah. They can't even look at you as the angels, man. When you type in angels, look at what comes up. Fucking baseball. Angels of God. Look at what comes up. Gabriel. They can't look at you as Gabriel because because of the curses, man. Right? Look at this. They can't look at you as Michael, right? Because they have this. And then when you go back to the curses, they have this. So they cannot, even the Christians, the Christians themselves, they can't look at you, so-called blacks, as holy people because they have all of these things, the negativity that the Lord put upon us. And, that's why the Lord's going to do a great miracle amongst his people, right? Because of all the negative stereotypes, but all the positivity in society. You're the engine that's pushing the society, but they still can't look at you as a people of a great past, right? Our past in Europe, our past in North Africa, our past in West Africa, right? Our past in Israel. They can't look at you as that because of you become an infamy amongst the people. Shalom.